Have you ever wondered how to prepare healthy food that actually tastes good? Well, stay tuned while Avita Tizano, Brenda Kemp, and yours truly, Nice Collins, show you just how to do it and give you a taste of paradise.
My name is Avita Tizano.
And my name is Brenda Kemp. Thanks for joining us today.
Brenda, you know I'm from the South.
Yes, I do.
And what is the best thing?
Apple pie.
Yes! And guess what? You don't have to give up apple pie when you become raw.
You're going to make apple pie today?
Yes, I am.
Let's make apple pie.
And the ingredients are?
For the crust, we'll need 2 cups of raw almonds, 1 cup of raisins, 1 cup of pitted dates, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and a pinch of sea salt. Let's
do it. Let's do it. Okay, let's start with the almonds.
There we go.
And raisins and pitted dates. And they have been soaked. Vanilla extract and salt. Oh, let's get the plate ready so we could go ahead and put the crust. This is going to need a little stirring around.
Yeah, I can see some of the almonds.
Yes, it's not breaking up. Just a little encouragement.
Smells good.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of being stubborn
It's
today.
a little stubborn today.
It's probably kind of stuck under the blade.
Yeah, that's what the problem is. Okay.
There we go. Come on.
Okay. It's still
Gonna
not,
be-
yeah.
we still need to
Yeah.
chop it up some
It's
more.
been a little stubborn. So when you're doing this in your kitchen, you have to be a little patient because sometimes things don't work exactly how you want them to work. Let's press this. We're going to pulse it a little bit. It'll work a little better when you pulse it. There it goes. Okay.
Is that a little better?
Yeah, it's a little better. It's a little chunky, but that's good. Here, so we'll press it in the pan.
It's nice. Now we're going to put it on the edges, or we're just going to plate it?
We're going to put it on the
flat.
edges as well. So,
Well, I would help you, but I don't want to get all gooey.
just do it real quickly. So, Brenda, what is your favorite fruit?
Well, I kind of like apples.
And you know, there's so many different varieties of apples.
Oh, that's right. What type of apple did we use for this recipe?
We used
Gala apples.
It
right?
didn't say, but we used Gala apples for this one. Yeah, Gala
A Granny
apples.
Smith apple wouldn't be good for
Yeah,
this kind
it'll
of thing.
be a little tart.
Right.
Yeah. So Gala apples are really sweet, and also Fuji apples are
Yes.
sweet too. And Fuji apples and Gala apples are really good in juicing. You smell this?
I smell it.
It smells so good.
Let me get that part right there.
Yes. Okay.
Looking good.
Looking good. When we get through patting the crust, let's do the syrup now.
Okay.
Okay.
So the ingredients for the syrup are a half a cup of pitted dates or 1 cup of raisins and 1 organic orange.
So these raisins have been soaked.
Okay.
And this orange juice is a fresh orange. It's
Been juiced.
Been juiced, yes.
Okay.
And we process it. Just love the Vitamix.
You blended that about, what, 30 seconds or
Yeah.
so? Well,
Wonderful. Now let's get the apples ready. And this is for the filling. And the recipe for the filling is
5 to 6 whole apples sliced, 1 cup of organic raisins, 1 teaspoon of cardamom, and 1 teaspoon of coriander.
Here we go. Now, smell this. Amazing. Okay, yes. This is the coriander, cardamom,
And
the raisins. You want to stir it?
I'm going to stir it.
Yeah. Oh, smell that. Oh my goodness.
And we're mixing it and really good here. Getting those apples all covered with that fabulous syrup.
Wow, look at that. We're going to need a larger spoon. That spoon is a little bit too small.
It's weak, but it's working. Okay,
Okay, so now you just scoop it up in here. And you know you can have pie for breakfast. Another pie for breakfast. Isn't that amazing?
Okay.
So we have a little bit too much for our bowl, so we're just gonna
Put in just a little bit.
just put a little bit more. Oops.
We want to have an overstuffed pie.
Yes.
Let me get some of those raisins in there. Okay. We'll save this for later.
Yeah, save that for later. And there we have it, a raw apple pie.
Veggie's Best Kept Secret? You telling me that the veggie kingdom or the plant kingdom has a secret? Why would they keep a secret from us? Well, in all actuality, they really haven't kept a secret. It's just something that we just don't take advantage of. And I want to ask you a quick question. I'll give you maybe a second or two to answer it. Who can tell me what is Veggie's Best Kept Secret? Which of the veggies, I know there's a lot of them, you know, your broccolis and your carrots, and we could go on and on of all the different types of veggies that are out there, and all of them are good for something. Like we just said, the broccoli, good for cancer, good for the heart. The carrots, of course, we all know is good for the eyes and also good for the skin. I mean, all of these are great. But there is a veggie that I believe, now the plants, they don't keep any secrets. I just think it's a secret. And so I believe it's the king of all veggies, or the queen if you want. And I believe, do you know what it is? Have you guessed? If not, it's one of my favorite. It is the artichoke. Veggie's Best Kept Secret. I consider it a royalty. Why? Because look at it. It even looks like it has a crown. And for those who don't know how to use it, it's really spiky too. And the reason I believe that it's like this is because it has such gold, you know, in Spanish they would say oro, such value to it, because this thing is almost good for everything. But let me stop here real quick, and here's my little disclaimer. Are we saying that this is the cure-all? No. Are we saying that this is only found in some special island and you could only get it from us? No, 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 no. Everybody has access to this in general in one form or another. So I just want to encourage you to go out and look. And as a matter of fact, I believe you've even seen this before. Some of you all even know it. I mean, this thing is so powerful. If you look at a lot of multivitamins, you'll see something in there. And I'm going to tell you a special carbohydrate that it contains. But you see something in there that says artichoke. You know why? Because even the people who makes these items, they know how powerful it is. So why can't we just go and get it from the source itself? This thing is amazing. Like I said, I think many of us have even passed it in the supermarket. And you probably would just walk in and saying, man, what is that strange looking veggie? Well, that strange looking veggie is the artichoke. And a matter of fact, a lot of times you walk by it. Why? I even walked by it a long time ago because I didn't know how to cook it. How do you prepare this thing? It looks so hard. And I remember one time I went to reach it and it just stuck me. And I was like, ouch, I'm not going to buy you anyway, you know. But it's really simple. And another reason why I think some of us passed it is because of the price. Man, I was in a store the other day. Now, unless you're living in California and stuff, you know, where they grow it, the prices are probably cheap. I was over there some time ago, and I saw it. I mean, normally this thing in New York and stuff like that is $3.99 for each. And you think it's a special when they say $3.99 or $4.99 a pound. So I usually don't buy them all the time. I buy them once in a blue as a special celebration for my body. But when I was over there, I saw them for like $4 for like $1, $4 for $2. And man, I didn't have enough luggage to buy it all and bring it back with me. And then probably if I did so, they'll go bad on me. So you know what? Here's the good news. You can find it in another way as well. And you can find it in a can. You can find it in a can or in a jar. The only thing is when you find it in a can or jar, and I'll pour it out here for you so you can take a quick look at it. When you find it in a can or jar, the only catch is make sure that it is not stored in vinegar. What I have here from that can is the artichoke hearts and some of the leaves that go around it. Make sure it's not stored in vinegar, because what the vinegar will do, the vinegar will start breaking it down, and we already know about vinegar. We'll talk about that another time, that vinegar may cause other problems. But look at this. Out of that little can that I paid maybe, let's say, $2.99, I think I paid $3 for it. I got 2 and 4 and 6, and I actually have 7. You all know 7 is the perfect number, so maybe there's a blessing in the can. But you can buy it that way. But sometimes it's always good to go ahead and celebrate by getting it fresh as well. But now I've showed you 2 different options that you can access them. And now they're starting to find that this thing is so good. You're starting to see even supplements with it. You're starting to see drinks with it. But get it naturally from its source. But the biggest problem is not just the price. Many people say, how in the world do I cook that thing? What do I do? Number one, I can't even touch it because it's sticking me. Number 2, I don't know what to do with it. But even before we do that, let me tell you real quick. This thing is amazing. Like almost every part of the body I saw it was good for. It's good for the heart. It helps there. It also helps with the blood pressure. Do you know why it helps with the blood pressure? Because it has what is known as a natural diuretic. It has, diuretic properties to it. Many times if a person is like, they have high blood pressure or something of that nature, they'll take medication. And in that medication, y'all already know it, if you know somebody that has a problem, in that medication is an item called a diuretic, because they're trying to get rid of excess fluid, to lower the blood volume and stuff like that, and then lower that blood pressure eventually. But did you know this does that naturally for you? So go ahead and enjoy it. What else is it good for? Diabetics. But here's the only thing I want the diabetics to listen out for. Are you ready? Because write a note. Don't be taking this or using this if you are not checking yourself every day, and your doctor already told you to check yourself every day. You know why? Because this thing works so well that your blood sugars may start to drop a little bit, and if you don't know where you're at, there's an old saying, how can you know where you're going if you don't know where you're at? So let's know where we're at. I have a little rule of thumb that when you drive your car, okay, I'm sure you all drive, or some of you all drive, when you drive, how do you know if there's gas in the car? All right, y'all are like, duh, obvious, it's the gas gauge, okay? That's true. But watch this. Let's say, God forbid, we ran out of gas one day, right? And so we'll just call AAA or some roadside company, or you call your friend or your family, hey, I'm on the side of the highway, come and pick me up, or something like that. They come and pick you up, and they just bring more what? Gas, okay? And your car gets started, and you go down the road again, all right? Many of us are doing that. We're covering the gas gauge of our life. We're not checking our blood pressure. We're not checking our blood sugars, and we're just walking around blindly, and one day we're going to bump ourselves, and we're going to run out of gas. And this time we're going to be on the side of the road. But we just can't call roadside assistance to come and pick us up. We may be in a hospital. So please, please start checking. If you have been diagnosed, check. If you haven't been diagnosed, just check anyway so you know where you're at, so we all can know where we're going. Is that clear today? because this thing, it has a carbohydrate, all right, artichoke. It has a carbohydrate called inulin, okay? Just make a note. Not insulin, but what? Inulin. And what it does is it gently pulls down the blood sugars. So I know you will be blessed by this. And here's the good thing, when you choose food, you see, if you choose like supplements or special drinks or all of these other items, if you have a problem, it will help the problem, right? But if you don't have a problem, it will make your normal health worse. But when you choose food, if you have a problem, it'll help you. If you don't have a problem, it'll only just make you stronger to avoid that problem. So I want to encourage people to start choosing the food, and just because you don't know how to cook it or what to do with it, don't stop giving it a try, all right? So let's go ahead and cook this properly now. It's really simple how you do it. There's so many ways to do it. Today we're going to do a little roasted version of it, and I'll show you how to prepare that right now. All you need is 2 artichokes, 1/3 cup of lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, and 1 teaspoon of salt, sea salt. Then you grab your 2 artichokes here, really simple and easy, and I have a couple of other veggies that I'll show you that's actually good as well. It's kind of like the best friends of artichoke, but I'll show you how to prepare this first. All you do is you take your, get yourself a sharp knife. I don't know, this one is a little funny, but go ahead and you will get that ready. But also what we could do first is we can remove some of these leaves here. Just remove the outer leaves, okay? And it's real simple, but be careful of the little spines and the little stickers that it has, because when it sticks you, it doesn't feel good, okay? So you can remove some of it. But here's the good news. A lot of people are like, you're wasting it. I paid $4 for it. Why am I getting rid of all of it? Do you know even the stem and the leaves of this thing is excellent, excellent. So don't throw those away. You can take that and you could put that in some broth or something like that, and then boil out some of the good nutrients and items that it has in there. And then after you got to, or you reach to that stage, you can see that here, real nice and simple. Then you go ahead and you cut the top of it. Okay, make sure you get yourself a good knife. Just cut the top of it. You remove that. Remember, every part of this thing is good for you. Look at that. Isn't she pretty? Oh, wow. And then you would get yourself and cut that stem a little bit as well. And some of the bottom parts there. Remember, nothing goes to waste here. But these other parts, you can't per se eat them. So like I said, you can put that in a stew, or you can boil it out and maybe even make a tea. Then you'll take it just like that there, and you go right there in the middle. And what we want to do is cut it into quarters. All right. So that's 1/2 there. Look at that. You see how pretty it is there? It has nice little, like almost little furry items. And a lot of people watch out. One lady, I remember I was sharing this, and she was so excited about artichoke. She went home and she bought it and she started ripping it off and eating it. And then she was like, and she had this like little something stuck in her throat. That's those little spines in there. Please don't run home and eat that. The only way you can possibly eat that is if you had boiled it properly or it had roasted properly. But if not, that thing will probably, it's like those little stickers there. So please, go ahead and when you use this, use it with caution. Okay, so we're going to cut it into another quarter here. All right, so that's 1/4 and then 1 more. And then you have your 4/4. Take this now quickly, and you want to go ahead and dip that into some lemon juice, because it will start to like oxidize really quick. So you can pour that here and pour the lemon juice over it. Fresh lemon, it doesn't matter, whatever you have. Let it sit there for a little while. Soak it a little bit. Be careful again because it's real sticky on the inside. And you let that sit just for a little bit. I'm going to go ahead. Should we try it one more time? Y'all want to see it one more time? Here it is. We're going to take the regular artichoke there. We're going to remove some of the outside of it. And remember, don't worry, your money's not going to waste. Matter of fact, this is worth every penny. Every penny that you spend on it, it is worth it. I consider it the king of all veggies, even though all veggies are good. And I think it's even better because it takes so much work to get to like the source of it, which is the heart. Okay, and it's funny. It's like even the message. God has to work so hard to get to our heart, and he just wants us just to be open and receptive, and everything else will work out, and healing will take place as well. So here it is. Then I'll cut the top so you can still keep the stem there. Cut the top. All right. This is how you can tell if you have a good knife or a bad knife. And cut that top part there. Make sure all of that is gone. That's the inside a little bit. Then I'm going to remove the greater part of the stem and some of those outside items, but all of this is good. You could even just wash it, literally, just wash it and throw it in the oven, but I'm just trying to get to the main point of it. Then you take it, put your knife through, and cut that in half. You all see that there? Really simple. Then you have it again. You can use that as well. The cool thing about it, you can even make soup with this. You can make, you can even do a salad with it. So let me cut this. Let me show you which part in the salad, if you're going to do it fresh. See this little part right in here? This part, the artichoke, this is part of the heart. And this part right here is the one that will go in like salads and stuff. Or if you have the canned version of it, it's already ready. If you take a quick look here, you notice when it sits and when it cooks properly, that hard skin or those leaves and stuff like that, those here become even edible, all right? So it just needs proper cooking. So make sure you do that. Then we'll take these other parts again, and we'll take those and submerge it into some lemon juice, okay? Because it changes color quite quickly. It oxidizes. And, uh-oh, I'm almost missed one. That's probably worth like $1 right here, that one piece. So go ahead and don't leave no part out. And I'm just going to take now a little baking dish, okay? So I'm going to take these items. And what you can do also is you can take, you remember that sea salt there? You can take that, you can sprinkle it over here so it could soak in. Another option would be to just do it in the lemon juice, and you can mix those all up. A little salt is good. If you have, you can use Bragg's as well. And then you take those items and you put them on your baking dish. Okay, so I'm just gonna line that up there. Man, these things are so pretty. Look at that. Should be a flower. Well, actually the flower is pretty nice. And then I'll take my oil, okay, and I'll pour that slightly, just drizzle it over a little bit so it can help there. Delicious. That will help it from, don't worry about it. People say, ah, look at that oil. But the good news is you're not actually eating it, and you can even mix it in there. Get it? Because it'll take a little while to bake there a little bit. All right? And so then we have our artichoke. Of course, you can do a couple more, or any way you do it is fine. It's fine. What are some of its buddies as well? Anybody know asparagus? Asparagus is fantastic. So I could even throw some asparagus on there, get a little oil going, so I could grill that with it. But the asparagus, you want to take a little time with that. You don't want to put it directly in with the artichoke, because the artichoke takes a little more time and you don't want to burn your asparagus. What else is another friend of Veggie's Best Kept Secret? Radishes. Radishes, everybody know that little spicy thing that you don't like when they put in the salads? Well, this is fantastic too. Let me explain why. Because of that like fieriness that it gives you, it helps people with sinusitis, you know, congestion and items like that. Yes, I do get a cold and flu every now and then. That's a sign that I've been probably working too hard or something. You know, even helping people, you can work hard sometimes. So I want to encourage people to start taking some time out. Do one day a week, you know, and just focus on yourself and your time with God, because you will get sick if you work too hard. So radishes, after a cold or flu, I get really congested. So you know who I run to after prayer. I go ahead and I enjoy myself some nice radishes, which is very good for that. They also help with detoxifying. But let me tell you something about that artichoke real quick. Did you know that the artichoke also naturally detoxifies your liver? Now, you notice when people are always trying to clean out the body, oh, I need a cleanse and I need this. It's funny how they always want to pick on the kidneys and the liver. Well, watch this. No need to buy any special item for that. Just eat the way the Lord wants you to. Use his like special food, and this will naturally detoxify the liver. We work with individuals who even had like hepatitis and different items of that nature, and they started to use this, and they start to slowly but surely see improvement. but the rest and the true healing ultimately comes from God. It's not going to per se come from the artichoke. So start using that. I'm going to take this item. We're going to get that roasted a little bit there. Let me make sure I find a space for it. And I want to share with you the finished product here, okay? It takes a little while to get it rolling, but here's the finished product. People say, okay, what do I do with the finished product? Well, I'm going to show you real quick. This is my favorite part of teaching people about artichoke because I actually get to eat it, okay? And it's almost time for me to eat. Here's how it looks after, okay? You see that there? The outside, this one is still a little hard, but you still don't throw this away. If you notice right here on the inside, you see that little flesh there? All right, I want you to follow. See that little flesh in there? That's all of this is actually good for you. All right, so this is what you do. Follow me closely. You take it, and you take that piece of it, and you, like this, you crank out, and you pull out. So this is what you're left with now. Okay, so you're just left with like the leaf, and you ate that inside part of it. Do you need to see that again? Because I would love to show you. All right, I heard somebody say yes. So you go ahead, and you... Oh my, this is dangerously good for me. And so you enjoy the artichoke, and watch this. Now, after I got through the hard leaves, right? You see that starts to fall off. When you get to the soft leaves, then you can actually eat all of it. Here's the heart. Remember those little sticky stuff, those little sticky spines? Well, they become like fur, okay? And you can actually take that whole heart. Fantastic. I should never started eating. I don't want to stop now. Let me give you one other tip. Because it doesn't have like major flavor or anything like that, it has just a nice mild flavor. What you can even do is you can make a sauce or a dressing, okay? And so here we have the cashew cheese sauce or something of that nature, okay? I'm losing concentration here, having such a good time eating it. You can take that and you take the artichoke leaves and you dip it just like that. You know, if you want some more flavor, nothing wrong with flavor right there. And, Did you need to see that again? Let me try. This is actually fantastic. And you dip it here. So now you have the blessing of the artichoke and the cashew, and you actually are enjoying it. And this is cool because it causes you to take time. You can't just like eat this and throw it away and, you know, stuff like that. You know, this is not fast food. One person said you eat fast food, you live a fast life. You eat slow food, you get to enjoy your life. So let's go ahead and start enjoying our lives, and let's start to use some of the other vitamins or the veggies and get all the vitamins and minerals from it. And you will find that this will not be a secret anymore. Tell your friends and family. I wish I could buy all the farms. But go ahead, make it for yourself and enjoy it, because I surely am. Yeah, have a good one. Have you ever...
Yes, today.
Brenda, you know I'm from the South.
Yes, I do.
And what is the best thing?
Apple pie.
Yes! And guess what? You don't have to give up apple pie when you become raw.
You're going to make apple pie today?
Yes, I am.
Let's make apple pie.
And the ingredients are?
For the crust, we'll need 2 cups of raw almonds, 1 cup of raisins, 1 cup of pitted dates, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and a pinch of sea salt. Let's
do it. Let's do it. Okay.
There we go. Come on.
Okay. It's still
gonna
not,
be-
yeah.
yeah, we still need to
Yeah.
chop it up some
It's
more.
been a little stubborn. So when you're doing this in your kitchen, you have to be a little patient, because sometimes things don't work exactly how you...
I can see some of the almonds.
Yes, it's not breaking up. Just a little encouragement.
Smells good. being stubborn
It's
today.
a little stubborn today.
It's probably kind of stuck under the blade.
Yeah, that's what the problem is. Okay. Let's start with the almonds.
There we go.
And raisins and pitted dates. And they have been soaked. Vanilla extract. And salt. Oh, let's get the plate ready so we could go ahead and put the crust. This is going to need a little stirring around.
Have you ever wondered how to prepare healthy food that actually tastes good? Well, stay tuned while Avita Tizano, Brenda Kemp, and yours truly, Nice Collins, show you just how to do it and give you a taste of paradise.
My name is Avita Tizano.
And my name is Brenda Kemp. Thanks for joining me.